Hey everyone, this is Kelsey from the Arcane Library, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about the changes to the OGL and how that affects me and other publishers in the industry. So there's a lot of stuff in the news right now about how the open gaming license is changing from Wizards of the Coast, which is a license that allows third-party people like me to publish D&D compatible content. So I don't want to go into the whole story of that because it's its own can of worms, and other people on the internet have talked about it much better than me. But suffice to say, it is a very unappealing change to the contract that has been around for 20 years and that people thought was kind of unrevocable or unchangeable in a way. So it's come as a really gnarly surprise to everybody in the industry, including me, that Wizards has decided they want to invalidate our ability to freely publish stuff under a precedent that's been going on for about 20 years and under promises that were made by the authors of that license that it was, never something that would go away. So it's a disappointment that is at a nuclear level. Like it's even worse than anybody thought it was going to be. And so what does this mean for content creators like me? Well, the first thing it means is that my 5th edition material is probably going away soon, which is a shame because 5th edition is how I cut my teeth in this industry, and I'm proud of the work that I've done for it, and it's a big source of my income. So it's a little scary, but at the same time, I'm in a lucky position where I have a few alternatives that I can pivot to, really just due to luck and fate in a way. So for the last 2 years, I've been working on a game system that is a dungeon crawling exploration based game, but is something that doesn't strictly need the open gaming license, and that's a game called Shadow Dark RPG. So when my 5th edition material kind of goes the way of the dodo and I can no longer publish it, which could be as soon as next week, then I will be able to throw myself into Shadow Dark and hopefully have that kind of become my primary publishing outlet. And it's, the draft of the book, as of today was done. I actually have the advanced, softcover reader copy. The actual book's gonna be a hardcover, but, this was it. All 330 pages of it was laid out, art, done, everything in there. And it is gonna need some changes now. So, I originally was considering publishing this system under the open gaming license because that's kind of what everybody did. For the last 20 years, anybody who wrote an elf fantasy game put the open gaming license in it as sort of like a sign of respect and goodwill towards the license itself and what Wizards of the Coast promised us, which was if you use this license, we'll never revoke it and you will be safe from superfluous litigation a la TSR era from us. So even if we didn't strictly need to put the OGL into work that we published, many of us would as just a safety measure, and so that we didn't have to, go crazy thinking oh, does this particular phrasing in this sentence tread too close to something that Wizards has published, or is this concept as a whole something that could be construed as infringement? And so now we're moving forward into an era where we do have to ask those questions, and we don't have any precedent since this has never been the case before. That's something I'm facing as we're making the potential changes to Shadow Dark RPG. So obviously I'm bringing an IP lawyer on board. I'm talking to a few. If anybody has any good ones they'd recommend, please throw them in the comments or email me. The bigger team, the better. And I'm going to be making sure that this game can stand on its own entirely free of the OGL. And part of the reason I'm doing that is because I want you to be able to publish for Shadow Dark too. And so I'm going to be making an open, perpetual, non-revocable license for the game that would allow you to do that and hopefully have an outlet for creativity of the kind that Wizards no longer wants you to have. And I'm really excited that actually fate has forced this change in a way, or has kind of forced me to really commit to what I kind of always knew I wanted to do, which was write a completely standalone game system that uses, the mechanics, the design, and the presentation that I value, and that actually really isn't compatible with any existing edition of D&D, or else why write it? Shadow Dark has a lot in it that is totally unique. The game is built around a lot of real-time mechanics, systematized exploration mechanics that we haven't seen in a long time, if ever, in D&D. certain character options that I think are really exciting and new, like the possibility of completely randomized character advancement, which is super, super fun. So all that kind of stuff, I mean, I realize now that I don't need the OGL. All I need to do is make sure that none of its little gremlins are somehow existing in what I already have. That will take time and money. So rest assured that anything that you buy from me in the intervening weeks between now and the Kickstarter are going to go toward that effort. I will have to redo a lot of layout. I will have to commission new art as the layout changes to fill the gaps. And so it's going to be a bit of an expensive blow at the same time that my primary source of income is drying up through 5e material. So again, it's not the end of the world for me. I'm much luckier than other publishers, but it's going to be a challenge that I never thought I would have to face. So I really appreciate the community's support. I have a fantastic community of people who have always been with me, regardless of what I'm publishing, whether it's for D&D, the wonderful index card RPG, anything that I come up with. I'm so grateful for the support you guys have given me. And I'm excited to now give it back in a game that has open licensing that I hope will be your shield against what WotC is trying to do. So please go to my site, thearcanelibrary.com, and sign up to get notified for when the Kickstarter goes live. The original plan was the end of February. If I can stick to that timeline with all these changes, I absolutely will. It's coming out as soon as we absolutely can make it happen. And I'm honestly super excited. I just am thrilled to finally have something that's truly my own and nobody can take away from me or us. And if you are a gamer, a game master, or a player who's at all concerned about the future of the game, I hope that you'll join me in trying to take it back. So thank you so much, and happy gaming. Keep rolling the dice, stay positive, it's gonna be okay. And I will see you guys all on the other side. So thanks so much. Bye.